last minute, something will come up and they'll release a statement saying due to one or two things we cannot continue the league. But I'm happy, though not all games were played, but the fact that yes, everything went on well. The games that were played, there was no complaints from different venues, and it went well. Like you said, yes, getting away win. I think that tells you that there is going to be kind of a fantastic season for us, where win at all costs, win at home syndrome will not be looked into, because when you play very well away from home and you get the opportunities and you convert them, then certainly you come home with victory and maximum points. But when you don't play well, you get beaten. And when you are playing at home and you are not doing well and you want to win at all costs, that is where sometimes you have officiating and all that coming in, where other opponents maybe visitors we start complaining about the officiating and all that. But then Kwara United winning their game away from home at the very first game, where you expect them to get a point or lose the game, but they started well, winning from home. That will boost their confidence and give other teams who are playing away in their next game that if Kwara United can go away and win, then we can also go away and get a win. So it was really fantastic yesterday that the matches were played, results we're out, and we now know the teams that won their first games, the ones that also lost their first games. Then later today we'll also have the completion of the league for the first match they won. So it was really good, and I hope that the LMC will keep up this very season, keep it up, then do the needful and ensure that if there are other things to be done, then they can be doing that while the league is going on. Remember, they've not told us when it's going to end, but now that they have started, we'll be getting that from them when it's going to be ending. But so far, I just expect that everything will go on smoothly, just like this. The licensing and everything, for those who could not meet up or who don't have what it takes to play in the APFL, they should be put aside and let our league be like that of let's just say South Africa, maybe in the next 2-3 seasons, close to South Africa, then let's then start talking about the European leagues. But so far, I think it's better that we have not started, and we've joined others who have also started their season.
It is funny that at this point in time, we are celebrating that the Nigerian Professional Football League has started. We were in the worst heat as far as the coronavirus is concerned. Other countries that were really hit seriously with coronavirus have still started, but nevertheless they've started. Hopefully that there will be any reason for them to pause the league. I want to say congratulations to them. It's better that you start late than not start at all. For Plateau United, you have to seriously look into that squad right now and feel embarrassed and worried for them. They played in the CAF Champions League, the preliminary stages, and they were beaten right down there in that stadium and went away. Finally, they crashed out of the tournament. They didn't even get to the second round, let alone to talk about the group stage. Now, we all complain that maybe because they've not been playing and they played against a team that have been playing and more informed, since it is the Elite Football Club competition as far as the continent is concerned. But to play at home and play against Kwara United and also lose 2-0 at home, it's kind of getting so worried for me right now what is happening to one of the best football clubs in Nigeria. Maybe the state, I just don't know what to say right now. I hope that they can pick all the pieces back together and get back to good football. They should have even been beaten more than 2-0. If Kwara United had utilized all their chances, probably we're looking at 4-5-0. Plateau United were awful on the said day, and I hope, like I said, in their next round of games that they will get themselves back and start winning. They were awful against their counterpart in the CAF Champions League. Yesterday showed that something is seriously wrong with that squad, and if they don't fix it right now, then it's going to be a long season for them.
All right, so the results of the first round of matches, the ones that were played yesterday, 6 matches were played. So we have Adamawa United taking on Kano Pillars. That match ended in a 1-1 draw. Nasarawa United 2, Wiki Tourist 1. Plateau United, as Francis mentioned, were beaten 2-0 at home by Kwara United. Jigawa Golden Stars defeated Sunshine Stars 1-0, while Ifeanyi Uba also pipped Lobby Stars 1-0. MFN 2, Warri Wolves 1. These were the results of the matches that were played today. There is going to be a couple of games today.
Today, Katsina United will take on Atlant FC. That match is slated for 4 p.m. Then Aqua United will take on Dakada FC also at 4 p.m. These are the two matches slated for today.
Then on Tuesday, we've got Eimba taking on Abia Warriors, while Rivers United will play against Rangers. That's Enugu Rangers. That match is going to be on Wednesday. Okay, so these are the results and fixtures of match day 1 of the Nigerian Professional Football League. So the league has started. We are grateful for that. Yes, shouldn't really be celebrating that the league is starting this late, but as I say, better late than never. So we are grateful that the league has commenced, and we hope that the Nigerian National League, where Bendel Insurance plays, will start very soon, so that we can be having at least 2 matches every week in Benin City. Well, maybe not in Benin City, because sometimes they have to go away, but we know that almost every week we'll be having games being played here. Edo Queens playing in the Nigerian Women Football League, doing very well, and then Bendel Insurance playing in the Nigerian National League. The target for Edo Queens is to win the league and represent Nigeria in the CAF Champions League for women, the first of its kind. And then the target for Bendel Insurance is to gain promotion to the Nigerian Professional Football League, so that next season, when we are giving you these fixtures and results, we will be talking about Bendel Insurance. League football has returned in Nigeria at the moment, but Bendel Insurance is not there because they are not playing in the Nigerian Professional Football League. All right, let's leave Nigeria now and go to what happened in the Middle East. This ceremony was in Dubai yesterday. So Lionel Messi and Cristiano Ronaldo, they were the top contenders for this particular category of player of the century. It was at the Globe Soccer event at a ceremony in Dubai. Cristiano Ronaldo was given the award. He was there personally to pick up the award. It was held at the Amani Hotel on Sunday, and he beat Lionel Messi to claim the prize. Cristiano Ronaldo, of course, is 35 years old. He has won domestic leagues in England, in Spain, and Italy, as well as Euro 2016 with Portugal. And he was really proud at receiving the accolade, which is given to the player that's judged the best between 2001 and 2020. Yeah, they may call it the player of the century, but it's not for 100 years. It's basically for the last 19 years. And the organizers felt that Ronaldo is the guy that deserves this award.
For that particular 19 years, Cristiano Ronaldo has been on our lips. Same with Lionel Messi. Yes, most of us got to really know Messi when he played at the 2005 World Youth Championship. But before then, because of our job, we've been getting bad Messi coming from. But Ronaldo as well from Sporting Lisbon and all that. This guy has consistently moved from one club to another and transformed that particular club to winners. Came to Manchester United at the early days. He had his difficulties, but the moment he was able to place his foot on the ground, he helped United to win the Premier League, he helped United to win the FA Cup, he helped United to win the UEFA Champions League before he left. And obviously we cannot stress too much about what he did at Real Madrid. Won the La Liga, won the Copa del Rey, won 4 UEFA Champions League with them. And now with Juve, yes, they are yet to win the Champions League, but they've won the Scudetto, and his goals has played a bigger role in giving them the Scudettos that they've won since he arrived. I think he more than deserved this award. He could have gone either way. If Lionel Messi had been given the award, no one would have also argued about Lionel Messi's exploit on the pitch for his team, especially with Barcelona. But I think the edge that he got over the Lionel Messi, look at the number of goals he has scored in the UEFA Champions League. We've always said that he has taken the UEFA Champions League as his own property. He won the Euros with his national team, and the newly inaugurated competition, that's the UEFA Nations League. The season that the competition debuted, he led his team to winning those that particular trophy. So looking at the 2 national trophies that he has won and what he has been able to achieve as far as Champions League is concerned, I think that actually took him up a notch a little bit over Lionel Messi, looking at over the years. But one cannot...
Maybe they also considered that he won the leagues in 3 different countries.
Exactly.
And Lionel Messi has only played in Barcelona.
Exactly. leaving different football clubs, different countries, and he has helped transform those clubs into trophy winning machines. So I think that actually placed him a little bit ahead of Lionel Messi in them considering him as the player of the century. Like I said earlier, if they had even given it to Lionel Messi, would have also come here and said
justify
that because of what he has done. Yes, he hasn't really won a major trophy with his senior national team, but one cannot take away what Lionel Messi has done for the Albiceleste of Argentina and as well as Barcelona.
Ronaldo said he's delighted to win this award because he's just about to celebrate his 20th year as a professional footballer. So he started when he was about
congratulations to him for what he did. Honestly, Messi had his debut with Barcelona in 2005. The same year he played the Under-20 FIFA World Championship, where he helped Argentina to win. But Cristiano Ronaldo, since he started playing for Sporting Lisbon, he has been a fantastic player, and over the years he has proven that, wherever he goes. So for me, I think he's the right man for the award, and now they are celebrating. He's celebrating that. Maybe next one could be Lionel Messi, but for me, I think he has.
If they are going to wait another 20 years, then forget it. It's not. Maybe we'll be talking about Kylian Mbappe. Will he still be there? Well, I don't know. Ellen brought Haaland. Maybe no. I think it's going to be another set of players entirely who have not even started their career that we'll be talking about in 20 years.
Years that you're talking about, you're forgetting that Ricardo Kaká played. Ronaldinho played. So many
Ronaldo de Lima
played.
That was the twilight of their careers.
A lot of players played in Didier Drogba, Frank Lampard, Giroud, and all of them. They all played, but these two consistently, they've been outstanding. You look at even the years that Luka Modric and Lewandowski won the FIFA Player of the Year. They were all being there with them. They are either 1, 2, 3, 4 or 1, 2, 3, and someone else will come up and winning. And the time that the others are winning, Ronaldo is 35, then Messi is 33. Ronaldo will be 36 by next 2 months. That's in the month of February. Messi soon will be 34. They are getting to the twilight of their career already. Probably they are just playing right now, trying to still run around, help others to grow. But when they were in their prime, you don't even get to talk about other players. When you know that they are doing the Ballon d'Or or the FIFA Player of the Year, when it was together, when it was actually separated, we were looking at who is going to win it between Lionel Messi and Cristiano Ronaldo. The rest are just making up the numbers. So I think these guys have been fantastic.
Okay, but Ronaldo did not win the Men's Player of the Year 2020. That went to, of course, no prizes for guessing, Robert Lewandowski. He won this. Bayern Munich won the Team of the Year. They won the treble. That's the Bundesliga, the DFB Pokal, and the Champions League. Their manager, Hansi Flick, was rewarded as the Coach of the Year. They didn't give it to Jurgen Klopp.
I feel it should have been the Coach of the Year as far as FIFA is concerned. I don't know why. Yes, Jurgen did a fantastic job with Liverpool, winning their very first Premier League since it became the Premier League. Congratulations. But you cannot now say what this man did in a very short time. He took over a year ago. And as at the time he took over Bayern Munich in the month of December, they were nowhere. He transformed them to winning machine. They won the poker, then they won the league, Bundesliga, and they won the UEFA Champions League. And the way at which they did it, I mean, I don't know what they did and decided to give it to Jurgen Klopp. Like I said, it was fantastic with the Premier League, but that was it.
Okay, for the team of the century, it went to Real Madrid. You know how successful they have been in the La Liga. Well, maybe not that much in that period under review because Barcelona dominated, but in the Champions League, it was Real Madrid. They won the La Decima, that's their 10th, then won the 11th, the 12th, the 13th. They are on 13 Champions League titles right now. And then the Agent of the Year went to the super agent, longtime friend and client of Ronaldo, Jorge Mendes. He was named the Agent of the Year 2020. And of course, the Globe Soccer Awards is organized by Globe Soccer. It was founded in 2010 and it acknowledges excellence in football with an annual gala and award ceremony. So congratulations to all the winners last night. We'll take a break. I'll be right back.
Oga landlord, good afternoon, sir.
Afternoon, Sonny.
I beg you. I hear say if I want open bank account, I go need NEPA bill, water bill, certificate of occupancy, CFO of this your land, and 2 guarantors. So I beg enter house, help me bring the document them. Come make I go make photocopy.
Sonny, why you dey wahala yourself like this? When you fit open Hope Wallet with your phone number now.
I fit open bank account as in Nana.
Now?
Yeah, and you sure say no be those ones where person go need ATM card to take activate them?
Sonny, you fit use your phone number do transaction sharp as you dey open Hope Wallet account from anywhere. No need to dey go queue under canopy for bank. No need for documents or say you dey fill any form. Just dial *569*9# on top this your phone now.
*569*9#, abi? Oga landlord, them send message o. Them say I welcome to Hope PS Bank.
Sonny, you don't get account with that, oh.
Just like that?
Just like that.
Hope, succeed. Hope Bank always.
Honey?
Yes, dear.
I'm tired of the poor power situation. Every time I stock the fridge, I come back to spoiled food. I think it's about time we go solar.
How?
With Vertical Solar, we can have all our appliances and electronics powered by solar, and they allow us to pay small. We can pay installmentally with as low as 36,000 naira monthly, spread across 12 months.
Tell me more.
I know you like the idea of paying small. Vertical Solar range of products can power all household devices, including air conditioners and water pumps.
What are the benefits of solar power?
We are talking uninterrupted power supply, no monthly electricity bill, no more spending on generator, and no more generator noise.
I see. But how can I locate Vertical Solar?
Head now to 28 Country Home Metal Road off Ajib Junction, Sapele Road, Benin City, or Blossom Mall beside Stop to Shop stores, DBS Road, Asaba. Or you can call them on 0816-170-1105 or 0703-623-4843. You can also send them an email on info@verticalsolar.com.ng.
Vertical Solar, your lifetime power partners.
Restart the day. How you dey?
I dey gidigba. No leave, no transfer, except na rapid transfer. Talk of the angel. Rapid transfer alert from my bro for Ghana.
Correct guy. But to catch the dollars nko?
Easy with rapid transfer from any EcoBank branch.
Na so?
Rapid transfer don make am easy like ABC to send and receive US dollars from the abroad or any African country where EcoBank dey. Na so, EcoBank, the Pan-African Bank.
All right, welcome back to Sports Fiesta, live on 90.7 KFM Benin City. With me, Sally Ibrahim, the Sports Ibracadabra, Egosa Agbekan, the Sports Maestro, and Sanofi Francis, the Sports Berlusconi. Okay, let's go to the English Premier League now. There were some matches last night, and of course, we're going to be having another round of fixtures tonight. So let us look at what's happening in the English Premier League. Well, we've got some games, and the one that really, well, all of them were interesting to us, but the one that really interested us was the match between Liverpool and West Bromwich Albion. Semi Ajayi of Nigeria was in action, and he had to play against other Africans on the Liverpool side. We had Joel Matip, we had Sadio Mane, we had Mohamed Salah, and for the first goal, I thought Semi Ajayi was at fault. He was on the wrong side of Salah. The ball came. Mane controlled it brilliantly with his chest and then slammed it into the nets. And late on, Semi Ajayi rose up, headed the ball, and it came off the post. He was already lamenting that he had missed that, but somehow the ball defied the laws of physics and kind of spun itself and went over the line for the equalizer for West Bromwich Albion. So that match surprisingly ended 1-1.
That was a huge disappointment for Liverpool, although the manager said after the game that it was a defeat for them because they dominated for long periods. They could have added to their goals, but sometimes that is English Premier League for you. That is how it is. It's not over until it's over. And for Sam Allardyce getting his first point after joining them, I think that is also a nice one for Big Sam and the players right now to be full of confidence, going to Anfield and taking a point from there, and with the form that Liverpool they are in at the moment. So I think that was massive. We've seen West Brom they've done well at times when you think, okay, they are going to be pushovers. There was a time they went to Old Trafford and beat Manchester United there, despite the fact that we're not doing well. So for me, I think it's one of those things that you see in football. That is why it's called the English Premier League. A bottom side could beat the league leaders, and the next game they're going to lose to maybe a middle team and all that. So for me, that's the beauty of it. And Ajayi, I have to commend him. He's a defender who likes to join the attack and also assist the strikers to either score or get the goal himself. Yesterday he got a goal, and that was massive for him in that kind of game, playing away from home and against the league leaders and reigning champions. So that was really massive for Semi Ajayi. I hope he continues to do very well with West Brom. Maybe as time goes on, he could switch to a bigger club than West Bromwich Albion.
Against Man City, he could have had another goal, but the dubious goal awarding system, they chucked it off as
I thought that goal was onside. Yes, deflected, but on target. I thank God for him. Finally, he has got his name on the score sheet after, like you said, they dubiously took that one away from him. And now this one, no one can take it away from him. It's Simi's Ajayi's goal. I hope that he can build on his game. I think he's a decent defender, but some areas he needs to really seriously build on, awareness, and try as much as he can to know when and how to properly position himself in the 18-yard box. I think he's a decent defender. I'm looking at Liverpool right now. I think that draw, like I also said, that the manager said, it's more like a defeat for them. You look at the teams behind them, and Everton are just now 3 points away from them. You don't know what is going to happen in the next game. If they drop any point right now, yes, on goals difference, they might still be ahead of Everton, but they will be on the same point. You look at Leicester City, who gets to travel down to the Selhurst Park later today to play against Crystal Palace, who are seriously down right now. They win, they move a little bit closer to Liverpool, which just 1 point behind them. If Leicester win, then you look at Manchester United, who I think they should be afraid of. United win their next game, I think that will be for tomorrow. They go to 30 points, and if Liverpool lose,
United 31, they're on 28 right now. Manchester United.
No, they are 27. They are on 40. They are 27. They go to 30 points. And if Liverpool gets to lose that game, that's a big if, they still be on 32. And if United now win their standing, United will automatically climb above Liverpool, whether be at the number 1 position or not. But they will climb above Liverpool. So that draw is not looking good for Liverpool, except maybe as they move on, they win and they expect other teams behind them, which are Everton, Leicester City, and Manchester United, including Tottenham, Manchester City. So they continue to drop points. That's when they can seriously consolidate themselves on the top of the league right now. But a difficult result it was for them. I hope that they can bounce back quickly and do very well.
Okay, so let's look at the other results of the matches. There was another one, potentially title contenders, but they've fallen slightly over the last couple of games. Tottenham Hotspur, they played against Wolves for long periods after Tanguy Ndombele gave them that lead. It looked like they were going to win it, but they considered the goal later on.
I didn't understand how Jose these days really set up game.
But he said it wasn't his intention. He didn't tell them to start defending. That's what he said.
Yes, I agree. But when your team is defending and you didn't tell them to start defending, you urge them to come out and play. That's why you are the manager. I've seen managers asking the players to go, come out and play. I've seen managers asking the players, don't go back or go back. I mean, he didn't do that. I feel you can't score as early as it did. I think it was about 50-something seconds that they got that goal. Then you want to defend a 1-0 a score line from that particular time. That's about 89 minutes plus added time to come away as winners of the 3 points from Molineux. This is an attacking side. They will come at you with all they've got. That is Wolverhampton Wanderers for you. Let it be that they are losing 3-0. They will still attack you. That's the kind of football that Nuno Espirito Santo have taught his players. That's their mindset. They will come at you with all they got. I was really disappointed at Jose. You've seen the result of Manchester United. They played at a 2-2 draw. You've seen the result of Chelsea losing to Arsenal already, and you've also probably seen the result of Liverpool, then it was an opportunity for you to seriously close the gap. And then you scored one goal, and your team started defending. The first 45 minutes they defended. I mean, I was expecting Jose to tell him that, okay, the first 20-15 minutes, let's try and see if we can get one more goal before in the last 20 minutes we start defending. And they just kept on, and it was, I don't know, I'm disappointed at Tottenham, the way they played against Wolverhampton Wanderers. You can do that against other teams, but not against teams like Wolverhampton Wanderers, who will come at you. Can you defend against Liverpool? They don't come at you.
They should be happy that Wolverhampton Wanderers, they have some kind of issues.
Exactly.
There's still some players. Jota, Raul Jimenez
is injured. Probably if those guys were still with us, we would have talked about Wolves winning against Tottenham with the way Tottenham played.
So it was Wolves 1, Tottenham 1, and as we mentioned earlier, Liverpool 1, West Bromwich Albion 1. Let's look at the other results.
Okay, West Ham United played out a 2-2 draw with Brighton and Hove Albion. Leeds United enjoyed a 1-0 win over Burnley. Then on Saturday, it was Sheffield United 0, Everton 1, Manchester City 2, Newcastle United 0. Arsenal humbled Chelsea 3-1 at Emirates. Fulham and Southampton played out a goalless draw. Aston Villa defeated Crystal Palace 3-0, while United and Leicester City played out a 2-2 draw.
Yeah, the biggest match of the weekend was Arsenal versus Chelsea, and Arsenal really surprised everybody. I saw many of their fans after the team lists were released. They just basically gave up and said, "Oh no, this is going to be humiliating for our side." But the young lads, really, I mean, they proved that if they had been the ones playing all this while, maybe they will not be where they are. But it could potentially have gone either way. Maybe when you are forced to use the younger ones, and then that's when everybody will say the team is not playing well because the more experienced stars cannot play. But there was no Willian, there was no Gabriel, there was no David Lewis, there was no Aubameyang, and so many other first team regulars. Instead, you had Saka, you had Martinelli. What's the other boy's name that was in the front? Roy. I mean, those they were just Roy. I think that's his name. They were just wonderful. Their pace was just too much for Chelsea. Chelsea looked old and tired in that game. Arsenal made them look like in an average side.
Yeah, I think I remember. I can't remember that I can't remember who said it on Saturday that if Martinelli gets to play and is in his element on that day, that he's going to create a serious problem for Chelsea. And they did that. And he played and he actually did that. It was a bad Gabriel Martinelli's show. I won't take away Saka's performance, but it was a bad Gabriel Martinelli's show. And the moment they knew that he was their main man, most of their ball, they gave it to him to do the runnings, to do the passing, to do everything, and it was fantastic. I don't know what Mikel Arteta thought about when I saw the lineup. Rob Holding partnering with Mari. I remember walking away and saying, Mari, oh yes, they bought him in January. So he's still with them. I didn't remember that he's still with Arsenal. But the way he set up his team and played old man Lacazette up front, not that old, but old man, let him be there with the experience and let the young ones be running
in the middle. And with Granit Xhaka,
for the first time, Granit Xhaka was decent.
Played like a world-class midfielder.
Exactly. He was calm. He wasn't making those tackles.
Yes, and guys, remember, every time we talk about derbies, we say, look, throw form out of the window when it is a derby, because there is so much history, there are bragging rights and everything. Look, you'll be shocked that Arsenal could be embarrassing in their next game. Chelsea could improve and win their next game, but this usually happens in derbies, not every time. I mean, after all, we've seen both sides. Okay, now Arsenal, even though they were not playing well, they beat Chelsea. We've also seen Chelsea beat Arsenal even when they were not in very good form. So that is what the derby atmosphere and derby day can do to you, especially when you have players on one side that don't really understand what the derby is all about. They have not really been ingrained with that mentality regarding certain things. So when it comes to derbies, you've got to be careful. You can't just predict and say, this team is going to win and based on current form. When it comes to derbies, you throw current form out of the way.
I must say this. I think Frank Lampard, I don't think he got his formation. Tammy Abraham is not the best number 9 that Chelsea has got. Christian Pulisic is a fantastic player, but he's best
a right winger. I don't know why Lampard keeps
exactly.
doing that.
Then you wanted to play Timo Werner. I think Timo Werner for now should have been rested in that game because he's not in form. Then play Callum Hudson-Odoi, who later came in and gave the assist.
I was shocked that Callum Hudson-Odoi could even play the way he did because last time he was on the bench. The last match against who did they play? Was it West Ham? He was on the bench. He didn't come on. So I was thinking maybe he wasn't fit enough. But the Callum Hudson-Odoi that came out in the second half against Arsenal showed that this boy was fit many days back. So why didn't Lampard play him on the right so that you can have Christian Pulisic? When Christian Pulisic can play from the right, he can play through the middle. He's even right-footed. He can play from the left. But his best position that we have seen is from the left. So why take him to the right so that you can play Timo Werner on the left? I don't understand why Lampard keeps doing that.
The reason it's he wants to play Tammy. And you look at the point that they were down 2-0, Reece James got momentum, and then he was bringing in the crosses to Tammy, who was very, very wasteful on the day. I was thinking, as at this point now, the defenders of Arsenal, they were resolute right there when you play the ball on the grass, but up in there, they were not really defending very well. You are playing against Rob Holding, you are playing against Pablo Mari. What are you supposed to do as a coach that knows what he is doing? You bring in an experienced defender, a striker who once played for this football club and has got a point to prove to the club the way they shoot him.
Even since he went to Chelsea, he's been scoring against them.
Yeah, so bring him on board. Take away Tammy Abraham, because yes, Tammy got the goal, but Tammy that day was really awful. His positioning was awful. The way his hold up play, the way he was bringing in the guys were awful on that day. But Tammy Abraham was left on the pitch for 90 minutes. I mean, serious questions will be asked of Lampard.
Take nothing away from Arsenal and Mikel Arteta. I thought Mikel Arteta got his tactics spot on. I thought the Arsenal players really stood up to be counted, and they just felt, look, we are going to turn our season around. But you've got to question Lampard. In that first half, one of Chelsea's few better players was Mateo Kovacic. But in the second half, he made two changes, and he took out Kovacic and Timo Werner. I didn't know why he even was going to take out Kovacic. Then when he had to make the last change, he decided to bring on Kai Havertz. I was wondering, Kai Havertz is a player that is short on confidence at the moment. Why bring on Kai Havertz? Why not bring on somebody that will be there and really trouble the defense in another striker? Well, they got a goal back, then got a penalty. Jorginho played it. He should now be taken off. He's missed 3 penalties already this season. Anybody can miss a penalty, but when you miss it consistently, then there are so many others. Maybe Abraham, this was one occasion where he could have tried to step up and say, look, I got a goal, at least let me take this one. I can score this, but they didn't, and so Chelsea lost that game 3-1. As we said, congratulations to Arsenal. We hope this could help them revive their, well, not exactly title challenge, but their season. They went to 14th after beating Chelsea. Yes. But after some matches, they are now back down to 15th. Yes,
I think the goal that Mendy considered from Granit Xhaka, if he had positioned very well from the way.
Look. There was no need for that free kick in the first place. Let us not blame the goalkeeper for that. They were not smart. N'Golo Kante had a horrible game. He's usually the best holding midfielder in the world, but on that day, in the first half in particular, he was horrible, and he should not have considered that free kick. I can't really be blaming the goalkeeper for conceding that. It's a free kick, and when you get the trajectory right, then there's hardly anything that a goalkeeper can do.
The Xhaka's goal?
Yes.
No, that was a fantastic free kick. I mean, yeah.
The moment the wall was unable to stop
goalkeeper. The pace of the ball, it was struck with power, and it was precise. The moment, like I said, went past the wall, there was nothing Mendy could have done. Van der Sar can't save that. Buffon at the prime can't save that. Manuel at his prime.
And I understand what people are saying, that maybe he should have moved a bit to his left. But if he had done that, Granit Xhaka will have put the ball to his right.
These guys are brilliant.
Yes, he will have put the ball to his right.
We've seen Granit Xhaka score a couple. We've seen Granit Xhaka also made some other. But on that day, the angle at which he placed it was fantastic, and nothing. I think that the goalkeeper tried. The way he stretched, he just missed it by whisker. I think he did very well. I won't blame him for any of the goals scored.
Even the goal that was scored by Saka. Yeah, after the match, he was interviewed because
was that a cross or?
He said he saw the goalkeeper off his line and then he decided to chip him. That's what he said. He was interviewed because in the studio were Ian Wright, Arsenal legend, and Jimmy Floyd Hasselbank, Chelsea legend. So they were having that discussion. Hasselbank said there is no way that Bukayo Saka meant that he was just attempting to cross and it was a fluke goal. But Ian Wright said he meant it. So they now say, okay, the guy is actually on standby for an interview, and they asked him, and he said, I saw him off his line and I decided to keep him. So, well, you know they in mind. I didn't know what he want to do. So let us say he saw the goalkeeper off his line and he chipped him. And Edward Mendy, I think sometimes one of his problems is that he comes off his line too much, and now that he's been punished a couple of times, maybe he will adjust. But all said and done, congratulations to Arsenal. Wonderful. We hope this is going to kickstart their season and they will go on to do great stuff. Let's take a break. When we return, we'll be looking at other sports.
Most people remember their wedding day for different reasons, like the ceremony, the vows, beauty of the event, the love that they shared with their spouse, the dance, the dress. But I remember mine for something else. I married a man from another tribe, and on my wedding day, my mother-in-law took the microphone and welcomed me in my own native language. Can you believe this amazing woman took language classes just to help me feel at home? For me, that was the best wedding gift because nothing spoke louder than that action.
Words are powerful, but even more powerful is when they are backed by action, which is why at Keystone Bank, we don't just say you're important. We show you how by providing you with simple and innovative banking technology that hits home. At Keystone Bank, experience customer dedication and innovation that goes beyond words. Keystone Bank, we grow together.
Merry Christmas, everyone.
All right, welcome back. Before we look at other sports, let's just give you this football story, and it is from the CMD Cup. The quarterfinals results, we had S&T Wheelers beating Uniben's staff team 3-0. UBTH FC, they were 4-0 winners over Merrymen. What happened to Merrymen? They started, I thought they were doing some great stuff earlier in the competition. First Bank beat NBA 2-0, and NMA, they played a 1-all draw with NMPC, and then they proceeded to defeat NMPC 10-9 on penalties. That was a marathon penalty shootout. So we are now in the quarterfinals. So defending champions S&T Wheelers, they are in the semi-finals. Of course, UBTH also in the semi-finals. First Bank also there, but we told you that they beat NBA, and of course NMA, they are also there, having beaten NNPC 10-9 on penalties. So on Monday we have S&T Wheelers. They will take on, this is going to be the first semi-final. They'll be taking on UBTH Strikers. Then NMA, they will be taking on First Bank. So these are the semi-final fixtures for the CMD Cup. Okay, let's go on now to other sports. And the first port of call is the NBA. Yeah, we saw some great matches over the weekend, but the one that everyone is talking about right now is the Los Angeles Clippers. They suffered the biggest loss in their history after they were they found themselves trailing 50 points in the first half to the Dallas Mavericks.
I thought my phone was malfunctioning as when I was checking live scores early hours of this morning. Like probably they just started and the phone is telling me halftime. That's after the first and second quarter. It's halftime. They are 50 points apart.
That's 77-27.
Yes, there's no Kyle Leonard. He got injured, I think, in their last game.
Yeah,
but
he had caught in his mouth.
To have them to capitulate like this, to lose the way they did. Yes, you can lose with 10 points margin, with 3 points margin, even 1 point margin, but not 50 points at halftime, and it ended 51 points. And we've not seen this kind of results in the NBA since the mid-50s. And for a team who started very well, won against the defending champion that had LeBron James, AD, and others, and the way at which they won, and went in their next game, I was thinking probably this could be it for the Clippers. Yes, we know they are one of those favorites to get to the playoff, but with what they've also done, Paul George is playing for them. I really don't understand what happened to the Clippers. They'll be kicking themselves, and I hope the coach will be fired, because this is really embarrassing. 51 points at the end of the day.
Look at
against
Doncic.
Dallas Mavericks, against Milwaukee Bucks, against the Lakers, against other bigger teams. I understand, but the Dallas Mavericks?
Well, look at they've got Luka Doncic.
The stammer.
Yeah, he got 24 points, 9 rebounds, and 8 assists. For LA Clippers, it was Serge Ibaka who was their best performer. Paul George did his best too, but it wasn't good enough. So Serge Ibaka got 13 points, 9 rebounds, and 1 assist. The Brooklyn Nets, well, we've been waxing lyrical about them, but they were beaten yesterday by the Charlotte Hornets, 106 points to 104.
Yeah, yes. Teams
Kevin Durant did his best, 29 points, 3 rebounds, 4 assists.
We've seen teams being beaten, but you look at the margin, just 2 points. Yes, okay, fine. On this day, it wasn't their day. The other team played better than them. So, but to lose 50 points, now wow.
Okay, so we also, as I said, Charlotte Hornets beat Brooklyn Nets 106 points to 104 points.
New Orleans Pelicans were winners over San Antonio Spurs, 98 to 95 points. Then Washington Wizards defeated Orlando Magic, lost to Orlando Magic 113 to 120 points. Cleveland Cavaliers were national, and they took on Philadelphia 76ers. They won that game 118 points to 94 points. New York Knicks defeated Milwaukee Bucks 130 points to 110 points. Then
what's happening to the Bucks this season?
I'm really surprised with Giannis, and you would think, okay, they have what it takes to beat their opponent. I'm really surprised this season what is happening in the NBA. Charlotte Hornets, before their game yesterday where they beat Brooklyn Nets, they lost at home. So yesterday they beat a better team than the one they lost to. So it's really, really funny. Maybe they're still trying to get their acts right, because the season has just started. But all the same, I'm sure Milwaukee Bucks will come good. Then Chicago Bulls lost by 1 point to Golden State Warriors. 128.
Thank God, Golden State Warriors.
Indiana Pacers also.
Steph Curry was their top performer, 26 points, 2 rebounds, 6 assists.
Wow, fantastic for him. Indiana Pacers took on Boston Celtics, and they won by a single point as well, 108 points to 107 points. Sacramento Kings were beaten by Phoenix Suns, 116 points to 100 points, while LA Lakers defeated Minnesota Timberwolves 127 to 91 points.
Marc Gasol, who did not get a single point in his first game, got 12 points, 7 rebounds, and 8 assists for LA Lakers as they won this encounter against the Minnesota Timberwolves. So today there will be some matches.
Yeah.
Houston Rockets versus Denver Nuggets, Portland Trail Blazers taking on LA Lakers, Detroit Pistons versus Atlanta Hawks, Memphis Grizzlies will be battling Brooklyn Nets, Utah Jazz versus Oklahoma City Thunder. These are some of the matches that we have for tonight. Okay, before we go, this is a sad tale. If you follow professional wrestling, you know the stable that is called the Wyatt family. Stable is a group of wrestlers, having a faction in professional wrestling. Okay, so you know this guy that was known as Luke Harper. I'm sure you would also have noticed that you are no longer seeing him. That's because he has left the WWE. He's gone to AEW. AEW is All Elite Wrestling. That's where even what's this guy's name? The third member of Dean Ambrose, third member of the Shields, but he's known as John Moxley in AEW. Luke Harper, that's not his real name, but that was his real name in the WWE. He was wrestling in AEW. AEW is All Elite Wrestling. All Elite Wrestling. Please take note of these things, because when we have our quiz competition, we may ask you, so what is AEW? All Elite Wrestling. It is different from the WWE, which is World Wrestling Entertainment. World Wrestling Entertainment, WWE, used to be WWF, World Wrestling Federation, but they were having a problem with, I think it was Worldwide Fund, so they had to change their initials to WWE, World Wrestling Entertainment. Then there is another one, TNA, that's Total Non-Stop Action Wrestling. So please take note of these things, so that when we ask you, you will not say, now, wicked question Ibrahim like to ask. We give you the answer. So, Brody Lee, that was the name that he was wrestling under in the All Elite Wrestling, AEW. And of course, we told you it was Luke Harper in the WWE, but his real name is John Huber. He has died at the age of 41. Really depressing news coming from the world of professional wrestling. You will see him in the ring menacing with his beard and everything. But from what we've heard, he is a fantastic gentleman and a committed family man. His wife was also a wrestler, and she has mourned him, and everybody just saying, "Oh, this guy was such a great guy. He was a gentleman." His wife's name is Amanda. Yeah, as I said, she also was or is a professional wrestler. So the entire wrestling world is devastated. Hulk Hogan has tweeted the who is who in wrestling. They have tweeted about this, and they said, look, they are really shocked at what happened. His wife, Amanda Huber, is known by the ring name Cindy Sin, and she described her husband as the greatest father to their 2 children. That she never wanted to write out these words. Her heart is broken and all that. He died of lung disease. It's not related to COVID-19. Okay, so sad news from the world of wrestling. Luke Harper has passed on. All right, let's go to something that's a bit more challenging. We told you that Greg Norman, former golf world #1, was in the hospital after he suffered from COVID-19 symptoms, but we can tell you now that he's out of the hospital, and he is still self-isolating, but he's out of the hospital right now, which means that the symptoms have become less severe. Okay, so that is the situation. And finally, before we take the final whistle, let's just quickly tell you this. As they say, class is permanent. Tom Brady has inspired the Tampa Bay Buccaneers into the playoffs for the first time since 2007. Of course, you know, Tom Brady, he was awesome with the New England Patriots, and now he joined the Tampa Bay Buccaneers as their quarterback, and he's 43 years old, but that has not stopped him from doing all of this great stuff. This is his 300th regular season NFL appearance, and it came in Detroit, where he made his NFL debut. So congratulations to him and the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. All right, guys, thank you very much for listening. We wish we could go on, but it is time for us to blow the final whistle on this edition of the show.
We've got a point against Liverpool, which no one outside of us in the dressing room thought we'd get. When the first goal went in, I think a lot of people thought how many was it going to be today, particularly after they knocked 7 past Crystal Palace last weekend. The players were so good today in their discipline, defending as a team, and finding a way in the second half to attack Liverpool when they got the opportunity. West Brom manager Sam Allardyce reacting to his side's 1-1 draw with reigning champions and league leaders Liverpool at Anfield yesterday. And that's the final whistle on the show this morning.
And as our package, we'll see you at 4 p.m. on a fresh edition, but this time it's not going to be Sports Fiesta. It will be a Balls of Fire football only show. You know, it is Monday, and we will be playing the game, so please just be ready. And you know, we want you to win, so let me just tell you what is likely to be about. Most of the questions will be about boxing. You know that the donor is world boxing legend, heavyweight boxing legend, Mr. Thomas Iyamu. Okay, so many of the questions there will be about boxing. Of course, there will be other questions, but boxing is going to play. You have many questions being boxing related. So go and research everything that you know that you can do. You may have some wrestling questions there, like some of the acronyms I just told you the meaning of. So we want you to win. Be ready and call us at 4 so that you get to win. All right, guys. Thank you very much.